Yo, welcome guys, welcome. All doing well? Hope we're all ready for another big London session. Let's get this shown around, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, good morning, good afternoon, very good evening, no matter where you are around the world. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Welcome to another London session. Back to the old playlist. The other one got me a little bit of pickle with YouTube, so back to the good old tried and trusted. So I hope that's okay for you guys. But anyway, we're here for the charts, not the music. So let's have a look at what we can come up with moving forward. In the meantime, let's take a look at the news. Let's see what we've got about today in regards to our session. So nothing just yet, but we obviously have some high impact news to come, which is later on. I think that's 9 p.m. my time. I think that's 10 a.m. if I'm not mistaken, UK time. So that's in a couple hours from now. You guys can probably confirm that for me either way. So something to obviously be wary of. The market, as far as the pound pairs, may be a little bit skewed until then. Might not have much action on it, but nonetheless, we do have gold, and we still may get options on GJ. So we'll see what we can come up with moving forward. Let's start with gold. Seeing gold looks like it's almost preparing for another buy option. So let's quickly do the analysis. In the meantime, guys, smash that like button. Don't be shy. Say g'day if you have any charts, any questions, any pair you'd like me to look at. Send that in, and I will do so promptly after I've done the analysis. So looking at gold to begin, and we still don't have a lower wick on the weekly. Me, not so bothered by that, to be honest. As I've mentioned on multiple occasions on the stream, so long as any pullback within the current weekly candle is met by levels of support we have formed on the way up, then we don't necessarily need to pull the way back to create that low wick. So that's what I'm going to be looking for now, is just to see what sort of levels in between that we have formed within the current weekly candle that we potentially could pull back to form a support back up, form a support at, and head back up. What we got in the daily is counter probabilities now to the upside. It's against the structure. We'll pop back above the support here to the left. And we do have a bit of clean traffic by the looks of it up to the next support. We're breaking currently, when we go down to the 4 hour in a moment, we're breaking a 4 hour resistance. I'm going to mark in the current daily low. So we have a higher low, higher high. If we were to continue bullish, there is not much of a need for us to pull back and break our own low. Onto the 4 hour. What we can see is we're now hard pressed at a resistance on the 4 hour. So we're just going to mark that in. Above it, we have some squeaky clean traffic to the left. We've got 5.5 minutes left of this current candle, just a little bit less, to look for potential buys above the high. That is definitely going to be an option. What we're also going to be doing is marking the support this point here. You could argue in the next 5 minutes, this 4 hour candle will be flipping bullish. Flipping structure bullish, sorry. So that would therefore give us back a neutral bias, because what we're about to see on a 30-minute time frame is the fact that it is technically bullish. So with the 30-minute being bullish, potentially the 4 hour, you could argue it's bullish now. In line with the daily counter probabilities, at this rate, I actually prefer to look for the buys on gold. So I'm going to mark in the support just below the current daily candle's low. And I'm just going to adjust this now to that level there. I'm going to see a closure above 26.15, and I will look for a potential buy on the next M30. But clean traffic to the left. What I often find new 4 hour candles, they often will make a bit of a move, usually at the start, at the open, and then maybe pull back to create a deeper low wick. As long as we've got the closure above, and that is the must, the closure above, retest, and then continuation, I would look for that entry. So buys above. Now, having said that, guys, seeing we are at a 4 hour resistance, it is a new 4 hour candle about to open. If we reject this resistance, and we've just recently formed support just below it, and start to pop below it, that could be us making a little bit of a deeper pullback on the new 4 hour candle. And based on that, seeing the bias is still at this moment technically bearish, we could look for that sell based off the closure below. So sells below that point there, and obviously further buys from lower down. So gold at a very interesting level, guys. We've got just over 3.5 minutes remaining to see where this candle closes. Quickly look at it in the 15. Yep, looks pretty good above that level, so we'll trust it. Now the impulse, if we don't close above, the preference is to close above, because we're gonna, like as mentioned, be officially flipping the 4-hour structure. I mean, you could argue it's flipped already, to be honest, guys. But a nice closure above in the next just under 3 minutes, and that could give us the option to look for the buys on gold. So that's something we're definitely keeping an eye on. Make sure I've got my trader onto gold. Now the issue right now will be stop loss, so let's quickly measure it. You may either need to go for wider stop, or you may need to wait for the new candle, which I would prefer to wait for it to create a decent low wick, seeing it is the open of the new hourly, not just the 4-hour, but it's also the open of the new hourly candle, guys. So I'd want it to create a decent low wick, and then if that was to be the case, and perhaps tap back into this range below, so back into below 26.65 roughly, and only to reject and pop back above the candle's high, that could provide us some potential options for that continuation buy. So we are trending, which is good within the current daily candle, obviously trending quite strong bullish. We do have the candle probabilities on the daily to the upside. Based off that, I really feel the buys are a good option. So we're just going to wait and see how this candle closes before I move on to have a look at GJ. Hopefully that made sense, guys. If it did, make sure to give the stream a like, thumbs up. Only 5 likes, so let's get the likes up a bit before we move on to GJ. So we're just going to watch the closure of this candle on gold. Please just quickly take a sneak peek. Okay, so for me, don't feel we're going to get any entry just now. Don't think there's the margin. No. All right, so we'll focus on gold and then we'll analyze GJ. All right, so the zone, 50% of this zone is where we definitely need to close above for me to consider any impulse entry. So that's about, hold on. It's about there. So what that would do would suggest to me that's a strong enough and a deep enough close into this zone. Trust if we create a low wick and begin to break, that could be enough. Could be enough to lift the entry. If it closes like this, it's suggesting a little bit of exhaustion at this 4-hour zone. So perhaps we need to wait once again a little bit longer for a stronger catalyst. So that's all good. That's what it's doing right now. So remember, it's the open for the new 4-hour. So we're just going to chill for the time being, and we're going to analyze the GJ, guys. No rush. As we saw yesterday, guys, we likely to get on the end of a quality trade if we do wait. And so there's no rush. There's really no rush to get involved. We just need a plan and execute according to the plan. So looking at a GJ now, guys, and starting at the weekly time frame, and as I mentioned yesterday, we are at a very strong level as well on the weekly. We are respecting the low of that previous weekly candle. What I did also mention yesterday was if we have a daily candle closing back bullish, irrespective of the bias, I could start to use the higher time frame candle probabilities in my favor to look for the buys. So the weekly is obviously, again, respecting the low of that previous candle. Now let's look at the daily. So we do have that previous daily closing back bullish. Now it closed right out of support here to the left. What we've done the current daily candle, we are technically bullish in structure, by the way. We have fractionally broken high of that previous daily candle. We're now pulled back, and if we begin to break our own high, there's a high probability at that point there we could make another move to the upside. So at this rate, looks like we could be looking for buys above the current daily candle high. What we're now going to see on 4-hour time frame is that we've bounced off the support here to the left. We are still technically bearish, but again, it's that really strong level on the daily that we bounced off the current daily candles high. We've got the resistance, and once again, that's likely going to be the level we're going to be looking for options to buy it. That's the first level. Not saying there aren't going to be other options to buy it, but that is so far the main level. Now we've got another support recently formed on the 4-hour, which is marked that in. We'll get rid of the one to the downside, and we'll focus on the most recent. And onto the 30-minute time frame, what we can see structure-wise, it does remain bearish. So the bias still remains bearish, guys, with 3 time frames to the downside. But what we do have are those daily counter probabilities to the upside. So if we approach the current daily counters high and begin to pop above it, would even be potential impulse entries, guys. Just depends on how price approaches the current daily counters high. Above it, we can see we've got some clean traffic over here to the left. So for me, that is definitely something I would be considering the buys above. And if we were to pull back up only to reject, technically we are bearish. Technically this could still be the highest point of the new weekly candle. Possibly I should say, could be the highest point in the new weekly candle. Therefore, if we did reject, as long as the 30-minute structure remains bearish, there would be nothing wrong with looking for that sell from higher up and just trying to range. Now, further options, guys, I'm not going to be chasing at the moment. Reason being is there is no margin to this minor resistance. What you could do is really drag this down just now, probably that whole area. And obviously I'd be looking for the buys above. I'm not going to sell it below buys above support. Sorry, I'm not going to sell it below because you're running into some very choppy traffic to the left. So if price did pop back down, I'd look for the buys lower down. So I'm just going to put buys above this point here. If it popped down to 195.60, just above the 4-hour lows, another minor support in the 30-minute, I'd also contemplate the buy from that point there, using the daily counter probabilities along with the micro trend, which would have technically flipped bearish at that point. But anyway, respecting a 4-hour support, using the daily counter probabilities, I would just look, I trust the buys from support as well, is what I'm trying to say. So that is GJ while rejecting. And that is fine, all good. So what I will probably be focused on for the time being is gold, guys. So consolidation, so we need a closure below it. Now we need to be wary that it is, once again, it's the open of the new 4-hour candle. It may be different depending on what broker. Let me look at IC markets. No, it's been open already for an hour, so it's a little bit conflicting because on some brokers it would be just, I would have just opened, and on others it's obviously been open for an hour already. So if we were to pop below support formed at the resistance, there could be options, guys. So we'll keep an eye on gold. In the meantime, guys, if you could hit like button, it's only 6 likes. That's just frankly not good enough. Blau, good morning to you, my friend. As always, appreciate you. Beats, brother. Thank you so much. Like stream costs nothing. That's exactly, it's the easiest way. It doesn't cost a thing, and it shows some appreciation. Renko, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Hope all is well with you. Carl F, as always. Mohammed, AUD USD looking good, good for buys. What do I reckon? Always looking good for buys in my opinion. I often send money overseas, so I want a strong Aussie dollar. As far as at the moment, well, what you got is 30-minute bullish, probably similar to GJ, daily counter probabilities to the upside as well. The actual bias and structure on this thing would have to be bearish. I'm assuming all the majors had a massive sell-off. Weekly still bearish off the previous, but we are at a level of support, and so far respecting a low of the previous candle. Daily structure bearish, but counter probabilities to the upside, tapping into a level here to the left hand side. 4 hours suggests we have a little bit more room to the upside. Just consolidating, but have formed some support. That point there. Structure wise, that is also still technically bearish. We did not confirm a lower low here. We did not close below this low. And the M30 is bullish. So using the M30 in daily counter probabilities, I can understand why you might be looking for the buys. For me, I'd be preferring buys on a pullback because there's very little margin, but also above the high. Yeah, look, could look for the buys above as well, but there's very little margin, so I'd rather look for the buys on the pullback. And I'll just drag that down and sells below 64,930. That would be my opinion of AU. Ben KC, good morning to you, mate. Welcome, one and all. I would already took a pullback and tapped into order block on SMC, so likely we'll go up from here. All good. If that's your confidence, then 100, that's fine. Go for it. Go for it, my friend. You asked my opinion of it, and I gave you my opinion of it. So, the way I trade. So, not using SMC or A.C.T or any of that crap. It's not crap, but I mean, I probably even trade similar in some ways, but without even knowing, to be honest. But I'm just using levels and price action, pure, plain and simple. All right, so gold. Now it's rejecting the 4-hour level, and it's always a possibility it can just do that and make a pretty strong rejection of that level, a level of liquidity, which we've obviously built up some more liquidity at. This consolidation is just the build up of orders within the market to either A, continue to the upside, or B, maybe make a bit of a deeper pullback before it does eventually maybe perhaps continue to the upside. Mahone, you're all here to support each other. That's exactly right, mate. There is no right or wrong. That's the beauty of it. I respect any form of trading. I think we should all just be mates, to be honest, because it's a niche type of thing. I don't know many traders, so irrespective of how we trade, as long as we're all profitable, and that is, you know, we're striving to be profitable or working on it, and that's the main thing. We should all help each other out. So it's a bit of a slip of the tongue when I said that shit, because it's none of it is shit. Just whatever works for the individual. All right, so for that 50 already, over 50 pip stop. Difficult for me. There is absolutely no confirmation here to take a trade, but what we may have done is just swept a bit of liquidity from above the high, sweeping a daily high, the Asian session high, hopping back below. I think we need to be quite careful with this though, to be honest. Not interested in a limit order. Few reasons, because we are trending bullish. The M30 is bullish. Got a daily counter probability to the upside. We're coming from consolidation. So my concern would be that maybe we're just pulling back, and this is the open of the 4-hour on this particular broker. Trade a bit of a low wick, grab some liquidity from below support, retest, and then it may end up popping back above. So the safest thing in this situation is to wait for closure below, retest, continuation entry to confirm that we may pull away it once again from this zone once we've tapped in and rejected. And it doesn't mean it's 100%, you know, a winning trade, but it's a more probable entry in this situation. But the way it's going just now, doesn't look like it's gonna slow down anytime soon, so all good. Mohammed, end goal is to make money from these big institutions who usually take money from the retail trades. Yeah, the end goal is just to be a competent, consistent trader in complete control of their own trading and not trading from what they think, if that makes, not their emotions, if that makes sense. Trading on what you actually see, reacting to your plan. Members, here is the link, by the way. Archer, feeling a bit better today. Good to hear, my friend. And once again, good to see you on the stream. Alright guys, so tomorrow is the VIP giveaway. So there's about, so far, 4 or 5 of you, roughly, who will got a 1 in 4, 1 in 5 chance. I'll decide exactly tomorrow, the names of winning the VIP subscription. So a lot of value in it. Is now over 85, definitely over 85 videos, but that will just continue to get bigger and bigger. There'll be more and more videos uploaded because every Monday there is this educational session these days. So had a really good one again yesterday, education session. We covered more the 30-minute zones within the 4 hour and how we can trade it, the 30-minute range. Alright, so gold. Well done. If anyone got involved in gold sell, for me there is absolutely no confirmation to sell it. And it is what it is. Just need to wait now. Mr. Phil, brother. Hope you're well. All right, Mr. Phil, looks like are you in a trade right now, or is that what you're looking at? It's like you might be in it based off the 2 hour, rejecting a previous support here to the left. A strong bearish engulfing candle. I like it. Yep, I think it looks solid, looks really good. So best of luck with that. Let's quickly look at EU. It's looking good, man. In the 2 hour, yeah, it's looking solid, looking really good. Quality, absolute quality, my friend. Good to see. So at the moment, GJ is kind of in no man's land in between this range, in between the 4 hour support and resistance. But obviously not trending. All right, so we've got the 15-minute closure on gold. Now, I'm not personally going to take it, but the risky entry will be, and it's up to you guys. If you want to take it, will be a limit order back at the low of that zone, the blue zone, but I'm personally not going to take it. Going from consolidation doesn't tick the box in accordance to my plan, my rules. So what I'd really like to see now is a bit of a pullback to retest this previous level of support. See if we were to reject it, and then perhaps I can still get involved in some sell options. But as of now, I need it to set up yet again. I don't have any signal to sell it right now. So maybe if we had a little bit of a pause as well, then that might start to open up some options for continuation sells. But otherwise, if it was just to continue right now, then I need to wait and see how price reacts to some support a little bit lower down and potentially look for options to buy it. One thing, if you were to take an entry below the low of the current or the previous candle, you need to consider the stop loss, and that is a huge one, more than 70 pips. So excuse me. So those who haven't noticed, I did send in a poll question about Bitcoin today. I'd like to know your thoughts on it, guys. Do you think we'll end the end of the month? By the end of the month, we'll have hit 100k. It's only what, 9.3% away from it just now, basically. I'm gonna vote yes. So far, yes is leaning away. Alright, so what would be really nice just now is if this actually did make it back up to tap into that zone, only to reject, and then if it closed weak bullish, maybe continuation sells below low, potentially. Just want to see price retest that zone. If not, then what I'm likely going to need to see is maybe the interruption entry plays, and maybe bring this as the pause and then waiting for a 15-minute count to close. Something like so, engulfing. And then look for the limit order, targeting that area to the left. Now if it closed pretty much a doji like this, then there could almost be continuation sells, because what we're going to have is still a very strong bearish M30 candle closing well below. We've got margin to the left. Stop loss would have to be off the 15, and which would be quite a narrow one by the looks of it. Yeah, quite a small one. Anyway, we'll see. We've got 8.5 minutes to see what his candle closes. Proof. I think I know we I think you're being a little bit of a smart on that. Sense some sarcasm in that question. But it's all good. Once again, we respect all traders and the way everyone trades, so main thing is we all do well. That's the main thing. GJ is potentially engulfing. Yeah, just don't have the margin. That is the only issue right now. But we will keep a bit of an eye on GJ. There could be another possible entry. Yeah, as far as a price action catalyst, this actually looks quite good. Limit order would have been quite good there too. But anyway, what we've done is we're sort of below the previous candle, so that is we are currently forming a liquidity candle. We've broken a low, and what's likely to happen once we break the high is that likely to close above it. So therefore, entries look good on the next candle, but the issue is you've got less than 10 pips to the resistance. So for me, I'm going to avoid GJ. I'm just going to wait. Our gold week bullish would provide an option. So we wait and see how this candle closes on gold. And what we may be doing just now is forming minor support back above minor resistance here to the left. So if this candle closes pretty much a doji candle, I'll consider it a pause, and if we create an upper wick and begin to break the low of this minor pause candle, I may look for an entry. If it closes stronger, then I'm going to need to wait another 15 minutes and see how the next candle closes. If it engulfs, I may have options for continuation sells, or maybe even the limit order option on the interruption play. So I need to wait 2 minutes. We may have some options on gold moving forward. If it closes like this, I'm not liking it, to be honest, because then it shows a little bit of exhaustion, but we've not done anything for me to give me my signal. So we've not formed support to look for a sell below it. We're not engulfing anything. So as far as the price action callus, yes, it's a strong M30, but showing exhaustion on the 15 at a previous level of resistance to the left that maybe it's struggling at, possibly. So in this scenario, if it does close back bearish, this 15, I'd rather just wait and see if it pulls back to 26.20 and rejects for options potentially below, or just let it make the move down and see how price reacts to support for options to potentially buy, or and lastly, just wait for it to set up for a sell. wait for it to give me my signal within price action. So wait and see. We've got just under a minute. It has to close very weak bullish if I'm to look for an impulse sell. Alright, so it's going to close bearish, so I need to wait for it set up yet again. So I don't yet have my signal. That's all good. I just need to wait another 15 minutes to see where we're at. So, I mean, ideally, I'd like to see price still pull back up to reject that zone and then see how we react to it, but I have to wait and see. Abdul, good day to you, by the way, new member. On GJM30 structure is bearish. Why can we look for buys? The GJM30 structure is most definitely bearish, but the reason why I would consider the buys is, well, A, you've got clean traffic to the left-hand side above the current daily candle's high, and B, you've also got counter probabilities on the daily to the upside. So the previous daily, the structure on the daily is technically bullish. Not only that, the previous daily bounced at a previous level of support. It respected the low of the previous weekly candle, and within the current daily candle, we have just broken the high of that previous candle. So if we were to break our own high yet again with the clean traffic to the left, albeit against the 30-minute structure, but seeing it's bouncing off the higher time frame support, that would be enough for me to look for the buy options. So it's something I also mentioned it yet again on the education session yesterday. Irrespective of the bias, we also need to consider where we are on the chart and what other confluences have we got. So I feel there is enough to look for the potential buyers in this scenario on GJ, preferably above the current daily candle's high. So hopefully that makes sense, my friend. Are we going to get that retest of the zone? So ideally, but it can do whatever it wants. Ideally, we want it to pull back, retest, close weak, bullish on the M30. And then we'd have valid sell options and potentially valid sell options at London Open. After when 30-minute structure become bullish, then we can look for buys. It's not technically flipping bullish at that point. It's still going to be bearish until at this rate closures above 197.38 roughly. Because this is the one impulse. This is the origin. This is the low. We've not closed below the lowest point, so we've not created a lower low. Therefore, anything in between is just micro trend. But once again, using the daily candle probabilities and the fact that we've got the clean traffic to the left, we'll be breaking the current daily candle's high yet again. That would be enough for me to look for the buy option. But technically speaking, we don't flip back bullish until we start to pop above this resistance. Oh, Charman, yeah, I think he was being sarcastic, to be honest, man. Right, so yes, I see it. 30-minute strong bearish. Why can't we look for continuation sales? You can. You definitely can. But once again, if I was to pull up my playbook and the course, all 73 videos, here's like I've lost count. I think it's 73. Plus the actual handbook itself, which I'm still in the process of completing. It's not in there as valid entry. We've not rejected anywhere. We've not pulled back to retest. We don't have any minor support we're breaking. Got a big stop loss. I can see why people would take it, but for me, I just don't. It's just not in my playbook. That's it. Plain and simple.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning to you, my friend. How are you today?
Yeah, better. So
Good to hear.
normal.
Fantastic. Good to hear.
How about you?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Been another long day, but feeling good. So that's it.
Okay. Another 2 days and then normality will be back on your side.
Well, tomorrow my brother's supposed to be back, but
Okay.
I think I have to give him a day or two to get over, you know, the jet lag, and it's a 4-hour time difference as well. So it's not much, but it's still a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But
So
yeah, what are you looking at today, my friend?
today, pardon me?
What are you looking at today?
Yeah, usually as
Do you?
on GQ, it's a little bit difficult today. I sent also my analysis into the group.
Oh, yep. Yeah, okay, just see that.
So yesterday there was a nice daily candle, engulfing candle.
Yep. The upside.
To the upside. So yeah, it's depending how the prices involved at the end.
Yeah, I like it above that
for
resistance.
buys
Though.
and sells, so depending on the zone.
Yeah, I think you got the level spot on. It's going to be difficult below this level because you just don't have the margin. But yes, the buys from a little bit lower down, and definitely the sells below it. Yeah, I think your levels are spot on, to be honest. Yeah, I like it. It's just now a matter of waiting.
Correct. No.
It's often the toughest challenge.
Yeah, yesterday there was a nice push to the upside.
Yeah, the majors. Yep. US dollar as
The
well.
majors correctly. There was, I think there was some correction at the end.
Yeah.
To the week before.
Yep. Partly, it's still got a fair way to go. Obviously, gold as
Yeah.
well.
So, and you're looking for some gold buys and sells, or
Yeah,
sells?
I can see options in either direction. But seeing we've broken and rejected the 4-hour resistance, broken below the support here, what I want to see is price retest it and see how we react to it. If we reject, close weak bullish, and London Open, potentially we could look for sell options. If we close back bullish, then I probably want to see a pause on the next 15-minute. So this candle do its thing without completely popping back up. So we still got margin. Potentially pop up a little bit higher to retest. Maybe close somewhat like so. Then form that pause with a wick down, back below again. And then I may trust the buys on the following candle at London Open. We wick down once again, only to reject. I feel it could be options to take back up, but otherwise if we pop up and reject, there could be sell options as well.
Okay.
But just wait and see.
So maybe if there is a stronger bearish candle for the rejection at the end.
For a sell.
For a sell, yeah.
Yeah, if it's a weak bullish candle, that's the preference. So if this candle retests and closes weak, what we're gonna have is now you got the time frame. The alley was still closed strong bearish, rejecting the 4-hour resistance. And once again, the open, we just need a bit of an upper wick and then potential entries below the support. So it's looking good just now. Looks like it could tap in. I'm definitely not interested in a limit order at the moment. So yeah, man, wait and see.
Yeah.
Steve, good day to you, mate. Welcome, welcome. We want it to pop up a little bit more, tap in. Tap in and reject. Then we're going to see, are we going to respect that zone and head back down, or are we going to start popping back within the zone itself? And that's where we might need to wait for a bit of a 15-minute pause on the following candle. We could have valid buy options at London Open. So I think it was last week or the week before, I got burnt on a few of these limit orders. But once again, it'd be interesting to see if it would have worked. By looking at it, you've been a bit of profit just now. Yeah, so it looks like it would have worked this time, but again, doesn't mean I just start training again because one trade would have worked. So once again, it still could set up. This could set up nicely on the M34 sells at London Open. And to the members in the chat, I'll be on for 3 and 1. I will see how long we stay on for. See how the markets are moving. And next week I will definitely have more time for it. Definitely. I'm looking forward to that. Abdul on gold, M30 structure become bearish. No, it's still bullish, mate. It's not closed above the highest point of the impulse to the upside. So obviously we can see this lowest point here, and to the left of that we've got the 2 consecutive candle pullback just here. We've flipped the structure. We remain bullish the whole time as long as we remain above these lows, and we finally create a higher high. Therefore we flip the last significant high low to this point here. We've since created another higher high just here. So now, I mean, that sort of resembles a swing, but technically you could say that would have been the origin. We've since created another higher high to that impulse to the upside. So now the last swing point is pretty much this whole level here. Got a few more consecutive candles pulling back in the opposite direction just there. So long as we remain above that support, we're technically bullish in structure. We've not confirmed a higher high just yet because we've not closed above this the highest point of the impulse to the upside. So that is the highest point. We've rejected it, we've popped above it, but we failed to close above it. So why I would consider sells is the fact that we are technically still bearish in the bias, with the bias, and we are also at a 4-hour resistance. So weekly, the daily and the 4-hour structure, well, the weekly candle is bearish, previous candle. The daily structure is bearish, and the 4-hour structure is also technically bearish, and we are at a 4-hour resistance. So that is the confluence and the reason why I would look for the sell options. But with the 30-minute being bullish and the daily counter probabilities to the upside, I'd definitely be interested in buying it as well. But at this rate, like I mentioned, it has to close really strong. Let's see how it close. All right, I may consider it still if we close weak bearish, because we've tapped in. We'll see where we are London Open. But the better option for the buyers would be lower down, where you've got the more margin, greater margin to be playing within, or on continuation above the current daily candles high. And once price begins to pop above that resistance, seeing we've rejected it multiple times, at this rate, the best option would be to at least wait for a 15 closure, retest, continuation. That could be your option and buy it. So some really good questions, mate. Best way to learn, ask. Always feel free. I always say it to everyone, members, don't be shy. Ask as many questions as you like. You're welcome to send me DMs as well if there's something you want a little bit more clarification on. I'm happy to do a personalized video as well. That's some of the guys, that's how they prefer to go about things, so that's what I do. But I always suggest to also ask within the VIP chat, because others can learn from your questions as well. But you'll get through the videos, the course, and that will help clear up how to determine the structure properly and all that stuff. And that is one of the first videos in as well, so all right, so for valid sells at London Open, where did we want this candle to close? Below. All right, so the preference is closure below 0.382. Between a 302 and 50, I would still probably consider it, because we have now rejected that zone. We have retested it and we are rejecting it. But the preference is below the 0.382, and that would suggest it's a weak bullish candle. Therefore, what I would then look for is new candle at session opens, creates upper wick, and as it begins to break the low of the bullish candle, that is where I take my entry. Yeah, so focus is most definitely on gold at the moment, guys. Really nice little break and retest now on the 5 minute. So those who do trade for 5 minute probably looking for an entry at a similar level, but they may take it a little bit earlier without the confirmation of that 30-minute closing back, weak bearish or bullish, weak bullish, or however it closes. They'd be probably looking for the entry upon the break of a 5 minute support, because I like to wait for just a little bit more. So the other option would be bearish engulfing 15. That it would also be valid. Most definitely be valid. So looking pretty good, but we need to wait just under 10 minutes, guys, and we could have some potential sell options at London Open. The only thing we don't want is for it to make the move just now. And if it does close quite significantly engulfing, then yes, I will look for a limit order. And the limit order would be placed at the low of the pause, the 15-minute bullish candle. Just quickly, also, Abdul, if you can make it to the call later today, feel free to, I mean, you can always feel free to jump on the mic now as well, but I mean, especially in that call, just ask away, ask as many questions as you can come to, as they come to your head. Basically, just keep asking. Best way to learn. So once again, just don't be shy is what I am saying. Alright guys, if you could do me a favor before the session opens, if you could hit that like button so we get the numbers up to over 40, that'd be much appreciated. So we're scoping some potential gold sells at the moment. We want this candle to close below this horizontal, and that will be a closure below to 0.382 of this candle from top to bottom, bottom to top, whichever. And the other option would be if this 15 closes pretty much engulfing. Seeing we have retested this consolidation zone and we're rejecting it currently. That would be the other option if in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds, if we closed either needle low or engulfing it, it could be continuation sells, or it could even be a limit order sell at the low of the bullish candle. So we've got quite a few options, but we need, first of all, need to tick the boxes before taking any entry. That is what I'll be doing, just waiting patiently. I built yesterday. I was looking at GJ in MY, M30 kind of like become bearish, but after M30 close bullish engulfing, would you consider buys there? When was this? Into MY. I'm assuming you might be talking about here. If that is the case, then I would have been, I would have been considering an entry here. Again, would I take it? Who knows? It's different when you're on the live chart. But definitely something I would have been lining up. Even based off the 15 as well. That liquidity grab, candle closing with a long wick to downside, back up near its high. Only thing that would have put me off a bit is the fact that this candle had no lower wick. But in that situation, when we have a candle closing like so, there's a chance that that is what could happen. A new candle takes off, but I prefer to have some sort of lower wick. Yeah. So it's definitely something I would consider, even irrespective of the structure being bearish, because the daily was forming quite strong bullish still at that point. You create the higher high just here. So yeah, we can have more of a chat about it later. But definitely, I feel that's something I would be looking at. So it's well spotted, mate. All right, let's see on gold. Rejecting. The minimum, this is, we wanted to close below that horizontal, and then we got options. I was looking at GJ, only thing was not feeling well. It was pretty late in the day for GJ, I think. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, if you're not feeling great, you can't focus, then there's no point really being on the chart, because you might make an error in judgment. Abdul, all good, mate. Not a problem at all. Pro can't concentrate. Yeah, that's not great when you're on the chart. On the charts. Alright, so interesting. This thing is starting to flip and close potentially weak bearish on the M15. We still get a potential buy option. I think it's wait right on 2 minutes just now and see. Still prefer to sells at the moment.
Justin, you will place your stop loss above the current candle?
Yeah, above 30, yeah, and just adjust it to the, depending on the wick on the entry candle as well. Hopefully it gives us a decent upper wick and we can use that.
Yeah.
It still needs to close that weak candle.
And you will go with your normal lot size?
Yes, correct. Evo Salto, do you only trade Golden GJ, yeah, pretty much. Beats? No, not really. Only in crypto. When I see Bitcoin pumping like this and see some of the coins I used to have some bags in and see what they're doing just now. That's the only thing I get FOMO on. Alright, so it's looking good. Gold's looking good. Need an upper wick at the open. And I'm setting an entry just below the 30-minute low. So I'd be setting it at 2617.6. Broker doesn't really have an upper wick. I'm gonna set it. Here we go. This is good. Yep. All right. I've set the trade. I've set it was sell stop. So we got the closure basically at the 0.382, so it's a nice weak bullish closure. We've rejected that zone. We now begin to break the low of the previous M30. Then I will be likely triggered into some sells, so we'll wait and see. Beats, there is so many traders who suffer from FOMO and it costs them a lot of money. Oh no, I used to, mate. I used to all the time. Years ago, I tell you, I could not hack a loss. And I've mentioned many times, is just being fed up with my own stupidity and realized that I could actually trade, but I just need to accept that you can't always win. And if you're not in the trade, you need to accept that even if it's with your analysis, but you just didn't get your entry signal, you just need to accept it wasn't your trade and reassess, plan again. And now I know once again that with the win rate and that, I just wait patiently. Yesterday I mentioned there was an earlier option which I chose not to take, and we got the option a little bit later on. So I know you just need to chill and trust your plan, trust your analysis, and execute, react to it, you know, playing out. Let's quickly look at GJ. So nothing for me on GJ, it's just consolidating. It likely will, because he got the news to come in a few hours from now. Now on the flip side, guys, if this thing closes bullish engulfing on the M15, I'm going to look for a buy on the following candle, because we've tapped into a previous level here to the left, and so far we are reacting to it. What we just prior to this move down, we had broken through it quite cleanly, so that would suggest we've wiped it out. But at the moment we're pulled back to that level, and so far we're bouncing off it. Potentially we have formed support, now consolidating potentially. So if we were to close above bullish engulfing, then I would look for potential buys. So that still could be the option, even if it doesn't trigger us in on the sell. If this thing closes back bullish engulfing, I'm going to be looking for a buy. Bits, I also suffered a lot from it. Well, I hope when you join this stream that you have learned a fair bit from, you know, just being patient and trading the plan. Beats, yes, there are always new opportunities that will give you the right confirmation. 100%, my friend. 100%. forming some nice consolidation on 5 minute. So we'll be breaking a 5 minute support as well. So it does look good for the sell still. Once again, I will consider the buys if this 15 closes bullish engulfing. Beats, I really had to learn that the hard way, and many share that with me 100%. I shared that with you for probably at least a good year when I was scalping, when I started scalping. Now I have patience, and that is partly because of following your stream. Thanks for that, mate. Well done to you, and glad that I could be of help. Islamic videos, so gold will go up or down. Well, could do anything it wants. I don't have a crystal ball to know, but what I am looking for right now is a sell. However, in the next 8 minutes, I possibly could be looking at a buy if this closes bullish engulfing as well. So for the time being, I've got a sell stop in below the lows of the previous M30. But yeah, wait and see. That could change to a buy stop at the closure of this M15. It's going down according to your opinion. I'm looking for right now a sell, but it doesn't mean it's going down, because I'm also of the opinion if we close bullish engulfing here that there could be buys. So I've got a sell stop in, like I mentioned, but I could change that to a buy stop in 7.5 minutes. So I just need to wait. Evo Assalto, never scalped before, but really have interest in it. Well, what I like about scalping is the fact that for the most part you can get the same return as a swing trade in a matter of sometimes, well, yesterday it was seconds. Literally, gold sellers took about all of 20-30 seconds to hit the first TP yesterday, and that's what I love about it. So for me, swing trading was just not, it wasn't my cup of tea. I was emotional, nervous, I would lose sleep, like literally, because I wake up middle of the night. So because you wake up, you might as well check your position, and I just could not hack it. So I'd rather just have, you know, the charts open in front of me and trade it in front of me when I choose to for the couple hours a day. And again, if I get my option, fantastic. If I don't, it's nothing. No. It just that to me, it just shows good discipline and not falling for anything second rate or in between. But yeah, if you're new and you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, my friend, to the channel, and just watch me on the daily. You'll learn a lot. So the hourly, we closed very strong bearish as well, rejecting that previous level of support. So we're still looking good. Beats, if you don't know how to support Justin, you can smash like that. Is 100%. That's what you can do. Show some support. Appreciate it. Either Assalto, what interests in, about is, so what interests you about scalping is I could, after work 1 or 2 hours on the charts and just trade. Intraday trading I can be work and sometimes miss opportunities. Still in doing, yeah, fair enough. Take your time. You know, learn an edge and see if it works for you. Give it a proper go over a good few months, over a good data set of results. Whether it be the way I trade or the way someone else trades, you just got to give it a proper go and not, you know, throw it out the window if it doesn't work the first time or the first week or second week. It may be just some fine tuning that you need to do. But yeah, sounds like you're going about the right way. And that is the beauty about scalping. You can pick a time of, usually preference is around session open, where you've got a bit more volatility. Pre-session into session open, 2-3 hours a day. And yes, some days you'll get some nice entries, some days you're not going to get an entry. But yeah, I much prefer it to swing trading or intraday. All right, so there's 3.5 minutes, just over 3.5 minutes. If this closes bullish engulfing, guys, I'm going to remove the sell stop and I'm going to place a buy stop. So I'm just going to watch. I'm closer to the closure of this M50. Because if we do close bullish engulfing, we are once again bouncing off this previous level here to the left. We are technically bullish in structure. I feel it's a high probability at point there that we could come back up to retest the current daily candles high. So what I need to see for that to be an option is price to close above that bearish candle high on the 15. Evers Salto, have you tried trading silver with current strategy? Yes, I actually have. I traded once and it was a win. So I love silver, but I actually invest in the physical stuff. But the one time I actually traded, it did work. I actually did it on this stream. I was in gold and silver at the same time. So yes, it would work on silver, I have no doubt. Silver is a little bit more volatile than gold. Beats better no trade than losing trade. 100% right. So that a lot too. And I was just trying to recover my losses from a stupid trade. I used to do all that too, my friend. And you just dig yourself a deeper hole. That's more often not all you're doing. A lot of that comes down to maybe not being comfortable with what you're risking at the time as well. That was one thing for me. I took a leap from like 10 cent lots up to 1.5, 1 to 1.5, even 2 lots straight. Like there was nothing between. I just went from literally 10 cent to over 1 lot. And 1 lot's not big at all, but it was a big step up, definitely. So the numbers look different. And at the time I was not comfortable. So I would chase back some losses and dig a deeper hole, things like that. And then I realized I just need to chill. Everything would be good if I can just follow my plan and stop all the stupidity in between. Alright, so the hourly's still looking good. 15 is coming to a close. It doesn't look like we're going to close bullish engulfing. Alright, so I'm not going to look for the buys because we're not going to close bullish engulfing. I'm going to keep the sell in for the time being. It's a weak enough closure. If it closed a bit stronger, then what I'd need to wait for is a 15-minute candles close bearish below again and risk missing a move, which would be no problem because it's just following the plan. But I like how it's rejecting just now. So to me, once again, we've spent a fair bit of the portion of this candle to the upside, potentially grabbing liquidity. So if we've begun to break still, I would still be happy to get involved. If it draws closer to the closure of the M30, that's when I will remove the order and wait again and reassess. Oh, JJ rejecting. Either a Salto, how do I determine TP? Well, as per my rules, I always look to start securing usually partials at around 10 pips. Again, I trade fixed lots, so my plan is generally start securing partials at around that 10 pip mark. If it's within the range on gold, it's likely going to be 80%. If it's into clean traffic, I'll secure 50% and let the rest run to a realistic level. So the realistic level in this case would be this support here to the left. At times, if it's really clean traffic, I'll hold longer and not secure at 10. For instance, I might secure at 15 or close to 20, but more often than not, it's around at 10 pips. Sometimes if we're tapping into a level to the left and it's 8-9 pips in, I might even secure a little bit at that point in case it does reject and get to break even and just accept. So once again, this is all in my playbook. In my course, my members all have access to all this. All right, so right now I'm going to remove the order, guys. I don't like how we keep popping above. And it's, yeah, so right now I'm going to wait because this still could be the buy option. So I'm removing the sell order. So I don't feel we need to pull back up and retest this zone yet again, considering we've already done so. And perhaps now we may create that higher low. So what I want to see is that closure above the resistance on this 15-minute candle, and then we could have options to potentially buy it. So I'm going to now adjust this zone, and this is the new zone we're playing within. I'm going to draw in a 15-minute zone just here. Closures above that point, and I'll be looking for a buy on the next M30. Like 10 minutes to wait, guys. See where we close on this candle. So obviously we don't want it to push all too far into back towards the highs, because then we're gonna have a huge stop loss yet again. Gonna make it difficult, and then we may need to wait for a bit of a pause again. So that's just we're gonna wait and see anyway. This is what it is. We have no say really what the market's gonna do. All we can do is follow our plan. So I want it to close above without it popping too far up. Alright, come on, man. Stop. It doesn't look like it wants to wait for us, guys, at the moment. That's what it is. Just first of all, wait and see where it closes. Still could have an option. See, it's pulling back, obviously, so are we just grabbing some more liquidity again from this consolidation to head back down? What do we need to see for sales? Still prefer this candle's close back bearish. And again, right near the low, if not engulfing, would be fantastic. Still good. There's 5 minutes left. I don't want to close above the support, because then what we're essentially doing is just consolidating on the 15-minute time frame. So that's to be the case, then I don't have any catalyst. I don't trade out of consolidation. I need to wait for confirmations, and that would be at least 15 minutes to wait for a closure below. It happened yesterday, guys. We had to wait another 15 minutes a few times, and we eventually got the move, so still could get the option. Griff, nothing for me in London. You're off to do the school run, I'm assuming. All good, mate. I'll hopefully catch you later on the call, the members call. Yep, on the school run. Nice one. Take care. Catch you all. Yep, we'll do, mate. Definitely catch you later. Evo Assalto, only just London, trade London. Predominantly, yes. I do jump on for pre-MY into MY Open with the members a couple of times a week, but generally speaking, personally I trade London. Usually I can get my move within London session. Sometimes I trade Asian session. I will have a look at the charts on most days, but I won't hang around. I'll only, if something looks really good, as long as I've done the analysis prior to it, then I might take an entry, but rarely these days, to be honest. I've not really had the time for it. But yeah, even MY, if I've had a good London session, I'm not all that interested in giving back profit. So plus the fact that it is late at night for me. The MY opens at midnight my time, so yeah, it has to be really top-notch entry. And the fact of the matter is, you don't often get it at session open, MY open. I find you, from what the members tend to get involved with over night my time, most of the trades tend to come after it, after the open, and maybe an hour or so after it. We sometimes get some entries pre MY as well. We get some what I believe to be quality entries as well. So it's pretty much about a 2.5 3 hour window that I trade over a day. All right, so some pretty strong rejection on the 15, but we're back right in the middle of this area consolidation. 30 minutes closed back bullish still. High, 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 low. I don't have any catalyst whatsoever right now for a buy or a sell. I just need to wait. Yeah, sorry guys, there's nothing I can do about it at the moment. Look at that rejection on the 5 minute as well. The 5 minutes just a mess at the moment. I still like to see closures below. Closures above, it still could be an option, but based off that rejection, there's a good chance we could potentially still come down. Beats, have you ever thought about moving to a different time zone? Yeah, it's in a plan, it's in a process. Obviously, you guys know I've got pretty strong connections over in Thailand, with my boy being there, my son, and my girlfriend, my missus. So that time zone will be much better for trading, a lot better. It's the best time zone in my opinion. London is around 1 in the afternoon, 1 or 2, and NY open right now. I think it's at 7, 6, something like that. What's the difference between session opens? Is it 5 hours or between London and NY? I think it's about 5, isn't it? Oh, GJ melting. All right, all good. Not interested in selling it below, running into all this mess. So perfect example of when I suggest to my members, when we're entering a choppy area or a strong level of support on the higher time frame, I won't chase it. I'll let it create the move, then pull back, and then I'll start to look for scraps upon the retest, because it could reject at any point. As soon as it breaks, it could pop back up. How do you know it's going to make a move down? So I'd rather just wait. We had that level marked in yesterday as well, from memory. But it's 5 hours. Yep. Yeah, I think with all the clock changes, London is 2 p.m. but London open over there right now. So that means NY open is 5 p.m. So 7 p.m. sorry. So that's, in my opinion, it's pretty good times to be trading. And you could also trade Asian session if you really want to. You could trade at 3 quite easily. All right, gold is very, very tricky at the moment. He's popping back up, popping back into consolidation, and then straight back up out of it, only to reject. So really need to be careful with it. We need to wait for strong confirmations. We need closures. Here we go again, trying to break above this resistance, and let's see if we get some closures.
Hey guys,
Good day, Mr. Phil. How are you, mate?
I'm doing alright. How about
That's
you?
it. All good. Yeah, all good, mate. All good. How's EU going?
Stuck
good.
in kind of stuck in drawdown right now, but
Yeah.
I'm not bothered. I still think it's going to play out. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
still like
holding.
it.
Yeah.
You'd be near your entry just now, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but just that EU entry. But I was looking at EJ. Unfortunately for me, the confirmation did not come as I wanted.
All right. Yeah.
I wanted this. I would have loved that 2-hour candle to just close bearish, slightly bearish.
Oh, this one. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. On the 1 hour, it's more clearer because on the 1 hour that means the previous. Yeah. I wanted this one to close just. Yeah.
Yeah.
If this one had broken the low of this bullish candle, I would have taken it.
Yeah. I can understand.
Yeah.
Nice
But
move now,
because I've been waiting for this sale since yesterday, and it didn't come yesterday. It would have been perfect.
Nice sell off. There must be some weakness in the, or strength, sorry, in the yen.
I think it's clearer if you look at it on maybe the 4 hour like that. It's clear why I would have wanted to sell from this zone.
Yeah.
So you see, yeah, I was looking at it.
Checking
this is exactly where it rejected from. It's where I wanted it to reject, and it has broken this low, came back into retest this, the most recently broken lower from above here. Above where it rejected from to the left.
So
where you have the wicks.
Over here, these wicks.
Yeah. Yes. So I was looking at the retest of this area, and then a push down. So that is exactly what happened, but the confirmation didn't come.
Yeah.
So
just
it is what it is.
Yeah, just a few pips, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it is. But yeah, like you said, nothing much you can do about it. But nonetheless, your analysis is spot on, so that's good. I still think EU looks good as well. So.
Yeah, and also when I woke up this morning, this is what I noticed that really gave me that confidence that I would have taken it, because if you see, it was creating this trending bullish here within this area, creating the lower lows, and it just break through all of that.
Yeah, correct. It's because it's against the structure, so often these pullbacks aren't as fluent.
Yeah.
Look what it's doing now. So
this impulsive move break through all those
levels.
choppiness here and created pullback, I was expecting this.
Yeah, exactly. Couple clean candles there, bit of a shallow pullback, and now look at it. Wow. GJ as well. Oof. Is this some breaking news?
Oh, now EU also is flying.
Nice one.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe are the majors diving a bit? They are, and it's strength in the yen, it's strength in US dollar. Wonder what's going on. And gold's not really doing much. Well, it's moving up a bit now. And gold's gonna play funny buggers, you can tell.
Wow, that's
something going on.
Looking great. Yeah. So I'm currently in about 18 pips right now.
Nice one. Last ball, that's it. Nice one, brother. Good work. Once again, following your plan. Not to do, definitely not going to be from news out of Norway, you wouldn't think. Nothing. There's nothing coming up here anyway, but the charts are, something's going on because things are moving at the moment.
The charts are moving mad.
Yeah, they definitely are. Gold's pumping. Yen pairs
Everything
are
is
melting.
diving.
It's a tough one. Derek, what time did I start the stream? Generally, well, depends where you are, but here for me it's 5:45 p.m. For those in the UK, it's 6:45 a.m. In Europe, 7:45. I'm not too sure about the African region and all that, to be honest. Yeah, hopefully that helps you out. Always pumping. Evo Salto, well, I have to go to work. Really glad to have found you. Really few YouTubers trade live, mostly just do flash videos to scam people. This shows transparency. Nice one, brother. You too, mate. Appreciate you for joining, and look forward to seeing you more often in the chat, and hopefully you'll learn a thing or two, which is the main thing. And yeah, look forward to it, mate. Yeah, so gold's going. It's obviously made the move. Charts are moving right now. Wow, look at that. If anyone knows of any news that's currently breaking, feel free to share. Wow, look at gold. Oof.
Maybe some more news or something else.
Possibly. Maybe Trump's awake. Maybe.
Okay, it's too early in America.
Oh, mate, I remember last time he was up. Don't worry, he's been all hours. I remember it from last time. Honestly, be on London session and you just see things fly, and all of a sudden Trump was trading 20 array. What's it?
Maybe he has the bot to do that.
Oh, mate, you need a bot to keep track of Twitter. I'm logging through. Where's the link? Yeah, I'm not taking buy based on 15 after that massive candle, guys. I'm sorry. Well, this is the first thing I saw when I got onto Twitter. I thought it was bombs, to be honest. It's rockets. Elon Musk. I thought maybe something's going on. Donald Trump. Gotta give him a follow. I am following you. So nah, he might be asleep at the moment. God knows what's going on, but the charts are going mental. Yeah, I cannot buy this, guys. I'm sorry. Stop loss is massive. Alright, 15's closed. Current count was no lower. Interesting. Alright, interesting. Pulls back, retest. Still feel it's chasing, guys, in all honesty, but that could be your entry. Your stop loss would have to be below the 15-minute low. Lemon, I don't know, but gold the same. Gold's just pumped. The majors have also dived. So something must be going on.
Justin, the issue with such an entry on gold is you didn't know why we have this.
No, exactly. I'm not sure what's caused this current spike. I feel it's chasing it, to be honest. I think it's FOMO.
Yeah.
I'd rather let it do its thing.
Further, but
yeah.
So we don't know why it's happened. So on financial news, I've read that Putin approved some nuclear doctrine So I don't know, but this was a half hour ago.
That could be it. Let's go over a possible nuclear response.
You have to go. Okay.
Alright, that was about 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
No one believes the cable and bolt series don't, so something happened. Due to an improved update for nuclear doctrine. Something could be going on.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's hard. It's really hard when it's like this. Lemon, due to moving the markets, it seems to be the case at the moment. But why the yen? That's, well, not sure. Unless it's just people running away from the major currencies for whatever reason. But against the yen, I'm not sure why. Because the yen's no longer a safe haven currency like it used to be. I can understand people moving into dollars and gold. Yeah, this is a bit tough at the moment, guys. Just need to patiently wait. So if we get a weak 15-minute candle still closing above, then that could be a cue. That could be our catalyst. Pretty tight stop loss, so I reckon I'd go a lower risk, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll stick around until the closure of this hourly and we'll see where we're at. There could still be options, but yeah, I'm not going to chase it. Market is quite volatile at the moment. Could be off the back of the news from Russia. Yeah, so it's this has come out as high impact as well. Pity you can't expand on it. Surprisingly, it doesn't mention it here, to be honest.
Anyway, I did manage my position because of the kind of volume that was running around.
Yeah, only you.
So, yeah, I closed a percentage and
Nice
left
one.
the runner. So let's see what happens.
Good work, mate. Well done.
Yeah, because originally I was targeting the low. Because on this I was targeting like right below. Yeah. There.
That's support.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
support. But due to that volume, I had to at least take something off.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because not too sure what's going on to have caused that. Yeah, it could easily correct itself, so I think it's a good idea to get to break even, secure something.
So just leave part of it on the runner. Let's see if it eventually gets there or not.
Yep, nice work, mate. Good work.
Thanks. This one on EU, it's for almost the same concept like what I explained earlier on EJ. Yeah.
Yep.
It's almost the same concept.
Yeah,
It's
tap
fully
into
bearish. Yeah.
right at
It's
lower high.
fully bearish, creating a pullback from a support. So let's see how it works.
Yeah, nice one, brother. At least you're following your plan, and at least you've secured something. So solid work.
Thanks. As for now, I think I will be just off the market. I'll just
Nice one.
run
Yeah, just
through
let it do its thing.
maybe during the NY.
Yeah, no
NY.
worries, man. I'll be on, so hopefully catch you then.
Okay, have a nice time.
You too, man. You have a good one. Well done.
Thanks.
Bye,
Cheers, bro.
man.
Hey Franco, how are you?
I'm better, thank you. And you?
No, I'm doing alright, thanks.
Okay, good to hear.
Yeah.
So, see you later then.
Okay, anything for you today?
No, maybe I'm looking right now on GU cells.
GU.
Yep.
Yeah, I left GU for you.
Thank you.
That's it. Sharing's caring. That's what we do at A.C.T. Forex.
I'm not trading GU anymore.
Okay.
I did my analysis on the past year. I saw it's not so profitable for me, so
Yeah.
I decided to drop it. So now I'm trading only EU and AJ because I found out they are the pairs that are more profitable for me from my
that's good.
database
Yeah,
that I created.
It's good when you have such an analysis for you.
Yeah.
So I know, yeah, GU is often not easy to trade. Absolutely, I could understand this.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Yeah. Okay, bro. You guys have a nice time.
Cheers,
you
man.
too.
You too.
Later.
Bye.
Alright, catch you later. Cheers, mate. Lemon, a little FOMO, never hurt anyone. Oh, mate. I share most of the stories, especially when I used to trade crypto. Now I trade crypto very, very differently. I don't scalp it. I trade it based more on fundamentals more than anything, to be honest. And looking at technical at the same time, looking at certain levels. But more the high time frame levels than anything. The issue with scalping I found was I don't feel the time of day when I can be on the charts to trade crypto there's much volume. I really feel the best volume will come during the definitely NY, 100% NY, but also during the Asian session, because the fact of the matter, I think South Korea is the, by way of liquidity, I think it's the number 2 destination for cryptocurrency trading in that. So I think there's more volume probably during the Asian session than what there is maybe during the London. So I could be wrong, but I just, from what I've seen, I don't often find anything that clean during the London sessions to bother trading it. So I focus more on certain levels based off the 4-hour and daily, even use off the fib. Maybe I can, maybe I can share a little bit more about the way I trade crypto in the future. Loom, what happened to the other channel? I just decided to go my own way this year. I enjoyed the experience on the old channel, but we still couldn't do everything my own way. Obviously, I had to, when you're under someone else's name, someone else's channel, you have to be a bit careful what you say and do. So yeah, just decided time was right to go off on my own. Alrighty guys, let's see if we do close above. If we do, lower wick, and there could be an option, potentially. Now we're gonna have quite a wide stop loss to begin. That's why you need low wick. With that low wick, you can easily begin to manage the trade if it went against you, or you can even begin to trail the stop loss as soon as you get triggered in. You want to mitigate the risk. Well, that was your channel? No, it wasn't my channel, mate. Well, it pretty much was for like the last year and a half or whatever, but no, it wasn't. Wasn't under my name. once again, I enjoyed it. I appreciate the experience, but yeah, it was time to do my own thing. 3.5 minutes. Let's see where we close on gold. GJ. Yeah, so big sell off, simming off the back of news out of Russia. Could be just trying to show his hand to Trump at the moment. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, Trump's not in power just yet, is he? I think that's in, when is it? Sometime in January. He's inaugurated. Chad, I think off the back of news from Russia. So everything dumped at the same time. So Putin approved updated nuclear doctrine. Does that necessarily mean anything?
Do you know what TAS means? Simplified for me? TAS cities. I don't know what this.
I have no idea.
Okay.
No idea.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it just means that what the doctrine means, that if someone says time to press the button, he approved. But I have no idea. But yeah, how that affects the market, I don't know. But obviously, people have sold out of, not that risk on, but I mean, they've gone into the safe haven asset, and that is gold, US dollar. So they're moving in the same direction right now. Let's quickly check out Dixie. Yeah, so right now they're not always inversely correlated. For the most part they are, but not always. Alright, focus on gold. Definitely need a lower wick, guys. Definitely need a lower wick.
Will you take some buys?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
So the high is 26.2703, so 26.27.2. 26.27.2. So we got the hourly closing strong bullish engulfing. We've already retested that zone. I want to see a lower wick though. But it said Ukraine can use their missiles for attack Russia, making it a mess for Trump. Yeah, probably. Alright, lower wick. Alright, this is good. Because there's ways to manage this trade if we get triggered in. For the moment, the stop loss is just below that M15. Got clean traffic to the left. Sam, what was the cause of JJ? Yeah, so that was, I think, on the back of the news out of Russia. Beats Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed a decree to adjust nuclear doctrine. Yep, so that's obviously what it is. It's now also possible to use nuclear weapons against countries that do not have nuclear weapons themselves if they have attacked Russia with support. Alright, interesting. Yeah, that would do it. That was shitty, you know, so... Alright, so what you could do once you trigger it in, you could start to adjust your stop loss just below the entry count. Probably adjust it to below the resistance. That's where I'm going to adjust it just now. So if I do get triggered in, I've just adjusted the stop loss to 26.2465. $26.2465 is where I've now got stop loss. Oh shit! Got slipped a couple pips. Alright, I got 5 table. Alright, I'm getting to break even. This is nuts, guys. Well, there's your 10. If you're not slipped, wow. Wow. That was quicker than yesterday. So I got slipped.
Much quicker than yesterday.
I got slipped like 3. I just got to 10 and I literally closed. I just closed half in a hurry. So I'm out. I'm done. Wow. That was berserk.
It's very risky.
Oh. How many pips did I get slipped? Actually, I got slipped like a pip and a half. I was lucky. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, don't know what to make of that, but anyway. Tough. If anyone's in it, be very careful because there is crazy volume right now. I would definitely be managing a stop loss. There is no need for it to pull back and break its own low yet again. It did get slipped. Hopefully you didn't get slipped all that much because you would have been able to get to the 10. So I just closed half straight when I saw it popping up because that was nuts. Yeah, I'm assuming quite a lot got slipped. You got slipped 10 pips? Man, that's hard.
Did you secure something, Justin?
Yeah, I half at about, I think it would have been about 9.5. 9.5.
Okay.
Because of the fluctuation. The volume of that.
Just in time to set also the BE.
So I set break even before I secured. I just straight away set because that was nuts. BE and close. Got some partials. That, yeah. Tough guys, really tough. But if you are holding, what I would suggest is just trail it to the entry channel. There is no need for it to break its own low yet again. Wow.
Yeah, so GU's also coming a little bit back, but yeah, not that much.
Yep.
But I find it very hard with these circumstances to trade. So
it definitely is. When there's a lot of volatility in the market, it's very tough. So therefore it's probably go on, mate.
Sorry. Yeah, if I look to the M30 on the GU right now, so this is not a bad entry if we are breaking its own low again.
Yeah.
So make a nice move up.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad if it breaks own low again. And the volatility is just a bit it's on another level at the moment.
Yeah, the issues for me is that maybe okay, news is right now in, so maybe we will have a pullback,
A correction.
the original point, so it's very difficult.
Yeah. Oh man, that was when things do that, and it's just going all over the shop, and it's really hard to manage. I love the fact that I've got this magic keys. Honestly, you need it, guys. Just makes it so much quicker and easier to manage your trades. You can just, it's a press of a button, and that can make a difference if you're trying to manage it off your phone or just on TradingView manually on your computer. It is bloody hard. It's bloody hard to do that. Stop loss, I set it originally below the 15-minute low, and before it got triggered in, what I did mention is seeing we've created that lower wick, there is no real need for us to pull back and break our own low once you get triggered in, but I'm just going to set it around the low of that zone, so just back below the resistance. So I already begun to adjust it prior to being set in and triggered in, and then as soon as it popped straight up, I just break even because I knew the volatility was crazy. It could do anything. Break even, I closed half. Still not even aware. I think it would have been around 9. I'm sure I saw about 9 pop up when I closed half. I saw literally whether it closed at 9, I don't know. I have to check it, but it would have been about that. So a small win, but nonetheless, still a win's a win. But a tough one. Alrighty guys, what can we look for moving forward? Well, a win's a win. Yeah, I'll take it. So it's good to get a few wins under the belt. What, 3 in a row now? The last 3 trades, which is good because it's a bad start to November personally. So what I'll be looking for now, first of all on GJ, we've tapped into a 4-hour support and we are now bouncing off it. So it's very, very difficult at the moment. I prefer to sell it. So I prefer to wait for a pullback. We've just broken this resistance. As long as you get your calcium price action potentially below that point there, otherwise further pullback, that's fine. It's even better. The more margin you've got to look for to sell from higher up. For the buys, what you need to see, in my opinion, is a little bit of structure forming at the moment. After that big sell off the back of the news, wait to see a bit of a staircase of higher highs, higher lows within the 30-minute structure. Try to wait for a 4-hour to close back bullish, and within it you're probably going to have that 30-minute structure, the micro trend flipping bullish, and that potentially could be your option to buy it. So that is what I'd be looking at. Otherwise, be looking forward to sells back in Mary, sells below the low. Actually, no, sorry, you still got choppiness to the left. You still have a pretty strong level on the high time frame. Gold still looks good for continued buys yet again. Let's look at the 4-hour. Depending on what broker you're using, the 4-hour candles close at different times. But closures above this level, we're leaving a long wick to the downside, then it could be options for buys above the support of the previous resistance if it did form support on the pullback on the M30. Creating a low wick on the new 4-hour. This 4-hour closes above with a long wick to the downside. Won't necessarily need much of a pullback if it was to continue bullish, because once again, what you could argue is that this candle's grabbed liquidity from the range below only to close above. So it may just create a small lower wick and then begin to break, and there you've got clean traffic to the left. So that potentially could be your entry. As far as sells, if it does reject just now and we consolidate a bit and start to close back below, then there's a good chance we're heading back down towards that 26.20, 26.18 sort of level. So that could be an option as well. And definitely be considering buying it above that level as well upon the pullback. Still bullish on the 30-minute. You've got daily counter probabilities also to the upside, so that's what I've been looking at. So interesting one, tough one on gold. It just depends how much you got slipped, in all honesty. Whether you got to the point where you could secure, some would have got out break even. Yeah, is what it is. But that's what I've been looking at, guys. So tomorrow is the day for the VIP giveaway. So got, again, there's about 4 or 5 of you I've got in mind who will go into the wheel, the draw, and and the lucky winner will get a subscription to the VIP. So I look forward to doing that tomorrow, announcing that on stream. In the meantime, guys, once again, make sure to be following me on IG and all that. Tomorrow, same time, same place. Trade safe. God knows what's going on at the moment, so don't do anything stupid. Franco, Michael, and all the other members, take care.
Thank you, man.
And I'll see you guys later for pre-MI.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye, guys. Have a good one on YouTube. Cheers.
It sound right, boy. It sound right, boy. It sound right, boy.